Hey there, another short video. This is Piano Method Level 1A, page 10 at the bottom. Good King Wenceslas variation. So Good King Wenceslas is one of those Christmas songs you probably have heard before. So this might sound sort of familiar to you. This piece is talking about more intervals, right? We've got fourths and fifths, right? And we talked about seconds and thirds in the previous piece. So basically a second was when you have two notes neighboring each other, right? Not skipping any fingers. A third would be like this. So basically covering three notes, but skipping the second one, right? So a fourth is when you have something like this, skipping two notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, not playing those two, just the first one and the last one. That's a fourth. And then a fifth is basically your hand span without stretching, right? If you're just in a basic C position. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes, skipping the three in between in the middle. All right, so you're going to see fourths and fifths in this piece. So looking at where it begins, this is right hand, right? Left hand is resting, so the right hand in C position, that's an F, right? F-A-C-E, right? Face, if you remember all those space notes. So you've got 3 Fs in a row, and then you're reading steps, right? Like we just talked about, seconds up, a second right back to F, and then a big jump. The nice thing about that jump, it's a fourth, right? You kind of have to scan that, but you know that's a C. So you kind of use all your tools. One is knowing the interval, but one is also just knowing what the C looks like, right? That helps a lot. Then you have more steps, and then back to Fs. So you should hear those Fs. So for this piece, you might focus on remembering what Fs look like, right, on the page. So no matter what happens, if you miss some notes in between, you know that should be F when you come back here. All right, then the same thing will happen with the left hand, right? You can think for left hand, you can think all cows eat grass. Between E and G is an F. Or you can go back to the other memory device. Good boys do fine always, right? So that's that fine F. Whatever makes sense to your brain, just start using any of those memory devices to help you jump around. So you got 3 Fs, up a step, Fs, and then down that fourth. And that's your cow's C. So for the left hand, any of these tools is good, but definitely the C helps a lot. The G helps a lot. And in this case, in this piece, the Fs, because those keep coming back. All right, so let's do the first line. We'll do the right hand first, and then we'll keep going into the last line. So just the right hand, just to cover those first 4 measures. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go on F. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, and then the left hand takes over. Okay, so hopefully that's all making sense. Just taking a look at the last line. This is the end of the left-hand part, right, which we just started, but didn't quite play yet. But after that, then now we have the fifths. And you know these notes. That's your G, right, from the treble clef. That's that middle C. Left hand, right, let's do a little left hand reading. All cows eat grass, right, and all cows. So you know, and again, they give you some finger numbers to help. But these finger numbers will disappear pretty soon. So just try not to rely on those. Really think about what letters you're playing and the distance. If you know that's a G and you're going down a fifth, skipping a space and a whole nother space, that'll help. And then these ones, hopefully you remember, these are just like the beginning. These are Fs. These are Fs, right? All right, so I'm going to stick this device up here, recording device, and then you can see both of my hands. Okay, so C position here is right hand, here is left hand. Starting with the right hand, 1, 2, ready on the Fs. C, 2, 1, 2, 3, for left hand. 1, 2, 3, and right hand pinky. 1, 2, 3, left. 1, 2, pinky. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so hopefully that's making sense, right? Like we said before, just stay flexible with your wrists, especially when you have to play the pinky. Just let it move to the side. Your fingers are in here a little bit. You can feel where you are so you won't stray. But yeah, letting your wrist be flexible will help those little fingers to play. All right, so looks good. See you next time.